welcome to GGS Railways. My name is Greg, this is my YouTube channel. Alright, what are we doing tonight? Well, we've got these beautiful tin litho trains here on the track, and we're going to talk about them. And believe it or not, we got 3 different brands here, but they are all related. They're also all somewhat related, if not in other ways as well. So alright, so let's talk about what we have here on the track. So we got this set here, and then we have this set here, then we have another wind-up type set over here. And how are all these related? Let's talk about it. All right, so when I first saw this guy right here, I didn't know what he was, and frankly the seller that sold him to me at the train show did not know either. And you know, I thought, well, is it Marx? What is it? So these are often confused for Marx or even Hafner, which we have a few of from home here. And yeah, but they are neither. This is Unique Arts. And the reason that we have these 2 guys here on the track, this actually is Marx. This little setup right here, these 2 guys, it caused a little bit of a war. So all right, let's talk about it. All right, so I'm sure that you have heard of Marx. You may or may not have heard of Unique Art, which is what this is. Unique Art was a toy company, much like Marx. And believe it or not, the founders of Unique Art and Marx were once upon a time friends. Well, until a point. In the late 40s, Marx and Unique Art, they got sideways. Marx apparently sued Unique Art because they claimed that, you know, they were infringing upon some of their toy making ideas and whatever, so they sued each other. These model train companies, they all seem like they've sued each other at some point in time. I don't quite get that. It doesn't really you know, make sense if you think about toys and the joy that they should bring in suing each other. But anyway, so all right, so kind of a after Marx sued Unique Art for, you know, infringing on their ideas, their toys, whatever, Unique Art suddenly decided they're going to make toy trains, and that did not sit well with Marx. It did not sit well with Marx at all. So when this Unique Art Rock Island diesel locomotive came out, the Marx diesel locomotive, the little tin litho, and I'll show a picture of that right here, was, you know, in production at that time. And boy, I tell you what, it really made Marx look like, well, I mean, it just looked like an inferior product compared to this, because this guy here, I mean, he is beautiful. I mean, this Rock Island set is, I mean, beautiful. There are, you know, talk in the model train world that's one of the most beautiful tin litho locomotives actually ever produced. And so anyway, that really infuriated Marx, because, you know, felt like, you know, we were once upon a time friends, or, you know, kind of shamed you for trying to steal my stuff once before. So I mean, Marx was not happy. So the reason that this Marx train right here is on the track is because this was Marx's answer to this guy. Now, you know, this is very much unlike the predecessor, which once again I'll show here. And this guy was, I mean, just like really sharp. And anyway, it turned out it really didn't matter because Unique Art, they were only in business from about 1949 to about 1951. So really two years or so, not very long at all. These Unique model trains are very, very rare. And so they tend to be quite collectible. And there's certain pieces and so forth that are more collectible than others, and we'll talk about that here in just a minute. All right, guys, so let's talk about some of these things and why Marx was so intimidated by Unique Art. Now, once again, the Rock Island diesel locomotive here, this guy is beautiful. This would have been really difficult to compete with, and we'll just do a little close-up of him right here. But this guy is awesome. Now, this particular one is dual motor. I have one of the single motor and one of the dual motor. I didn't find any mention anywhere on the internet that this ever had dual motors, so I don't know, maybe this is something special, or maybe it's a prototype, or I don't know. There's not a lot of information out there about Unique Arts, or what they produced, or how many, or anything. So anyway, let's give this guy a little run, so we can compare this guy, and then of course the Marx offering, which was the answer to this guy. And yeah, so yeah, let's try it. Here we go. Pretty nice, huh? All right. So that's that guy. Now the Marx, I'll just have to tell you that, you know, Marx, they knew their trains, they knew their stuff, they knew their toys. And this guy is actually quite a bit heavier than the Unique Art. Now this doesn't, I believe, have a traction tire. Now the Unique Art does, but this guy seems like he runs a lot smoother. Let's try it. Uh-oh, that's reverse. Check that out. Wow. My goodness. So yeah, head to head, you know, I'm just going to say that, you know, had Unique Art stayed in business, or been able to stay in business, and I think they probably would have given Marx a run for the money. Because I mean, once again, the lithographing and the colors and just the accents and everything on this guy are, I mean, even this, which is, you know, once again Marx's rebuttal, their answer for this guy. I mean, I'm just going to have to tell you that, you know, had they been able to compete, I think they probably would have won. But Marx was, you know, they had a pretty large following, pretty large share in the toy train business. Now, just interestingly, Unique Art was not trying in any way to compete with Lionel. Lionel was kind of phasing out of the tin litho era in the 40s, about the same time that, ironically, Unique Art started trying to enter the market. And you know, I don't know if it was bad timing or whatever, but if you think about, you know, the early 50s, that's when, you know, the plastic type locomotives started coming out, and tin litho was pretty much on the way out anyway. So all right, so we have the wind-up version of the Unique Art steam locomotive right here. And if I can find the key, we'll wind this guy up. I'll run him around the track. I showed a preview of this guy on one of the one of the teasers that I did. But let's wind him up. Let's see what happens. So this guy includes something very, very special, something that's very rare, and it, as far as I know, it only came with the wind-up sets. I'm gonna get the key out, and yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second. All right, let's go. Very cool. Very nice, huh? All right, so yeah, because it was wind up, once again, it was often confused with Hafner. And we'll talk about Hafner here real quick before we talk about, you know, what's special about this guy and what makes him so rare. So all right, let me get this guy pulled up here to where we can kind of compare. So, all right, Hafner, this is a Hafner car. Of course, this is the Unique Art car. And it was, as you can see, the Hafner offerings were quite a bit smaller. So yeah, very cool. Very awesome. So all right, so what was special? Let me see if I can get this guy to move a little bit here, but not too much. All right, so this is what's special. This is a Unique Art Lines caboose, and you might notice that I actually have two of them. Now what you might also notice is that this one is different than this one. This one's got the very rare, very sought after Benny the Brakeman. And I've been looking for a caboose with Benny the Brakeman for quite a while now, and I finally found one, and I'm just here to tell you. So interestingly, you know, you guys have seen a lot of my trains, a lot of things that I have. This is probably one of the rarest things, and possibly one of the actually most you know, sought after, and dare I say valuable, because I don't like to use that word valuable, but you know, sought after. So very cool. How about that? Benny the Brakeman. Love him. So all right. So before we got Benny the Brakeman and the wind-up set, we got the electric version of the Unique Art. And let me see if I can move over here. Now hopefully I'll still be on the camera when I move over here. I've got my little tripod that's automatic set up. Now I won't be able to get to my transformer there, but we can get the train set up. So all right, somebody wanted to see, and you know, I like doing what people ask me to do, the two Unique Art cabooses running together. Now it just occurred to me the Unique Art doesn't have a mechanism on the back to connect to, but maybe we can connect it underneath the back here. No, that's not going to work. Oh my goodness. So let's see, maybe it'll work like this. What do you think? Maybe it's possible. If not, well, we'll figure out a way to do it later. All right, well, that's not going to work, guys. So all right, whoever wanted to see that, well, you'll have to wait till another video, because we'll have to do something to couple these guys together, because they're clearly not made to couple together. But I do want to see Benny the Brakeman run. I really do. So all right, guys. I don't know if you can see it or not, but on these unique art cards, they have the logo for Unique Arts, and this is a clown, and this clown actually has a name, and his name is Unique Artie. That's his name. That is his name, Unique Artie. So there you go. You may have learned something. So all right, let me get the one-up guy here out of the way. Uh-oh, the one-up guy here apparently is on. Turn him off. There we go. Lock him up. So all right, so you may have seen the teaser for this guy as well. This is a very nice, I mean, the lithographing on this steam locomotive is just wow. Wow, wow, wow. So yeah, Marx had a reason to be kind of intimidated by their good friend getting into the model train, or no, I guess it's not model train, the toy train world, because it really would have given Marx a run for their money had they been able to stay in business. So all right, so I'm going to move to the other end to get to my transformer to turn this guy on. But man, I'm here to tell you, this guy looks sharp. And then after we run this, maybe we'll run the Unique Art diesel, and yeah, let's do that. So all right, so excuse the moving around here. Don't normally do that in my videos, but today we're doing it. So all right, here we go. Let's try it. So I think this guy's actually got a neutral. That's reverse. We don't really want reverse. All right. Now, so all right, this guy was working perfectly. Don't you love it? All right, let's try it. How about forwards? There we go. Now it's neutral. There we go. Very cool. Yay! Man, look at that. All right, and of course, you know, we got Benny the Brakeman. Man, I'm here to tell you. That makes me smile from here to here. Wow. Very cool. So all right, let's do another request, which was to run the Unique Art cars with the diesel, and yeah, that will take care of that request. I'm trying to figure out a place to put this guy that it won't get hurt or damaged. So all right, so this is the Unique Art Rock Island. This is the dual motor, and this guy actually has traction tires. This guy still doesn't pull a lot, but he pulls probably more than the Marx might. So all right, so I've got a dummy here somewhere. I believe it's at sit. So all right, and interestingly now, I said that the Unique Art didn't compete against Lionel, but you may have noticed that the Unique Art has this very, well, unique type coupler, and when these guys came out, they came with an adapter so you could run your Lionel train cars behind it. So at some point that probably would have gotten Lionel's attention, been on their radar, but they weren't in business that long, so no harm, no foul, I suppose. All right, so we've got two Rock Island, the dual motor, the dummy, and then we got two hoppers in our caboose here. So all right, let's see what that looks like, and then we're gonna kind of compare it to what the Marx will look like. And I didn't bring any Marx cars, but we can probably pull the Unique Art cars, I think. So we'll try it. All right, so let's get it going. Let's see what it looks like. Very cool. Very nice. All right. So how about let's compare that to the Marx. Now the Marx is a lot quieter and it's a lot smoother. But yeah, so let's see what it looks like though. Now, I mean, once again, these Rock Island, for appearance, it's gonna be really difficult to beat. So all right, so I got these, and this was once again the model that Marx put out to compete with the Rock Island. Got these on eBay. Now these are a little beat up, and they got somebody put their initials on here. But you know what, that kind of fits our collection now, doesn't it? So all right, here we go. With this and the dummy, and then we'll try to hook it to the Unique Art cars. I think we can. We'll swear to it, but I think we can. oh dear. Maybe not. I would have sworn I did that the other day though. Well, okay, let's see. Oh, I see how I did it. All right, so we can't run the dummy just because of the way this coupler is designed. So all right, so let's let's see what we can do here. All right, I think I had this going the other day, but maybe not. Well, now that's inconvenient. All right, so apparently we're not going to be able to run the cars behind here. Well, that's a shame. I didn't think to bring any of the Marx cars with me when I came here this trip. So, all right, well, we'll just have to settle for this guy running around the track with no cars, I suppose. Maybe later we'll do a video with some cars, and we'll see what we think. So this guy came out in 1950, I believe, 1951. And I guess this is the first iteration maybe of these butterfly couplers. And I'll show you a picture of why I'm calling them butterfly couplers as opposed to the tablet slot, which is why I think we probably could connect the unique art. Now maybe they did it on purpose. Maybe they didn't want you to connect from the unique art. I just thought about that. It's all right, but let's get this guy a run. This guy's like super smooth. I'm really impressed with this guy. So if you've ever seen the other iteration, I'll throw a picture here of the iteration before this. These are much heavier. These feel more like model trains than they do toys, and I guess that was the aim, trying to compete with the Rock Island there. So all right, so let's get on to another question. I love answering you guys' questions. So all right, so get the Marx off the track because the question does not involve Marx. Wow, that is heavy. I need a scale, guys. I really need a scale so I can tell you guys how much these weigh, because that is really heavy. So all right, so I had a request or a question. If that's the single motor, does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. All right, I had a question if the Hafner cars will run behind the Rock Island, and honestly, I don't know. So let's find out. So, all right, where's my dummy? There's my dummy. So all right, the single motor, or when I got the single motor, it didn't come with a dummy, so I'm not sure that he's actually designed to pull this, but I think we'll be okay. Don't think there'll be any problem with that. So I can't really see the coupler. Excuse my head if it's in the way. All right, so we got that on the track, and let's just give it a run just to make sure everything's on the track. All right, so the question was, will Hafner train cars run behind the unique art? And I don't know. I really don't know. I have not tried it yet. I did read your request, and we're gonna see. We will see, because these are the Hafner cars, and yeah, this is very cool. So one of our viewers sent us these Hafner cars. Actually sent us his entire collection, and we showed that in another video. So we love showing these guys off. Now hopefully they'll run behind this unique art. Now if it doesn't, well, guess there's not a lot we can do about that. Now is there? Oh dear. Well, maybe. So okay, interesting. So the unique art has two different size prongs on the coupler, and the smaller one fits the Hafner. So is that on purpose? Is that by design? Or was that just a fluke? Because I don't know. All right, so as per the request, let's see if these Hafner train cars are going to run behind the unique art Rock Island or not. So let's see, let's try it. Uh-oh. So, all right, it doesn't have quite enough pulling power to pull even the smaller Hafner cars there, which is interesting. So, all right, we do have the dual motor here, though. All right, so let's see if these Rock Island locomotives are going to pull these Hafner cars or not. We got the dual motor on the track now because the single motor would not pull them. That's very interesting. I would not have suspected that. So let's try it. Yeah, that'll pull it. All right. So to whomever asked, the answer is yes. Unique Art will pull Hafner. Very cool. Now they're not exactly the right scale now, are they? They're very small in comparison. But all right, very cool. Wow. All right, what else can I tell you about Unique Art? Well, what I can tell you is that one of the complaints, one of the comments that I read that folks that bought these had was that these large diesels were not exactly in scale with the train cars that ran behind them. Now, to me that looks fine. You know, I don't know. Once again, not a lot of information, but you know, to me, that looks pretty close in scale to me. How about you guys? Maybe actually a little large. I don't know. But all right, you know, once again, Benny the Brakeman here. Love Benny the Brakeman. Wow. So all right, guys, that is the Unique Art. That is the diesels and the wind-up steam locomotive and the electric steam locomotive. And that's actually a fairly good representation of Unique Arts. Now, I'll tell you that the rarest of the rare for Unique Art was actually the box cars. Some of the box cars were actually made by a different company, and they were made to order, so they were only made when people ordered them. They're made one by one, and I think they're called Jewel T. Don't take my word for that, but I think that's right. And anyway, they were only manufactured, like I say, on order. So those are the rarest. And then they have some, I believe, some passenger cars. Interestingly now, the passenger cars that Unique Art made, you may have seen the video that we did where we talked about Dorfen trains, which was the American version of Fandor trains from Germany. And yeah, you know, if you watch the video, you'll know that Dorfen trains kind of had a very short life here in the United States. They just didn't do very well. They had a problem with their production and so forth. But Unique Art bought the Dorfen tooling, and the only thing that they used of that tooling was the tooling for the passenger cars. And if you look at the Dorfen passenger cars and then the Unique passenger cars, you can probably see that they're definitely made from the same mold, literally the same mold. All right, guys, so I think that's about it for Unique Art for tonight. That's pretty awesome, man. I tell you what. So all right, you know, we had the Unique Art, you know, because we even had some Hafner. And we had the Marx answer to the Rock Island diesel. Now this guy is quite nice. I'll just tell you that this is one of the nicest Marx diesel of the tin litho that I believe I've ever seen. So they really tried hard, and they did a really good job. And that guy runs really smooth. I'm very happy to have him in the collection. All right, guys, until next time, that's about it. GGS Railways out.